Hello all. So I have been, exploring YouTube's when I first created my ball, and I was like, hey, if I were to do it all over again, how would I start my ball with? And I know YouTube, there's some great options and videos out there, but I thought I'll make my own on if I were to do everything all over again, how would I do it? So I'm gonna start off first with vodka. I think I have many bottles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 bottles. 10 bottles. I think you could get started. So the first bottle I'm gonna go with gin. So we have Plymouth gin, very affordable, easy to find bottles for about 30 bucks, maybe 35 at the high point. Good for martinis, easy to drink. So that is Plymouth gin. Next, for vodka, you need vodka in there. People that drink vodka. I know most people, I guess in my area, it's a Grey Goose or Tito's. But I really found that Vodka is it's a small batch vodka, handcrafted in Iceland. Comes with a nice cork, which is nice. I found it to be I found it to have a little bit more texture. I know for vodka is a pure spirit. It has more texture. It's a bit, for lack of a better word, smooth. So it claims it uses Antarctic cliff spring water. Maybe that's the thing. It has cardinal head stills, uses lava well filtrations, but I definitely do taste a difference. And whenever people come over to my place and have vodka, I always ask them to try this, and they all end up loving it. And it's very fairly affordable. A little bit cheap, a little bit more expensive than Tito's, but cheaper than Grey Goose. And I think I used to get the 750 bottle for like 20 bucks. I think now it's like 25, so I think it's a bargain. So if you can find it, not a lot of store carry it. I think locally around my area, maybe 2 store carriers. Next is bourbon. This is actually a very hard one. I have been on a big bourbon craze for, I guess, good marketing, and there's just so many variations coming out. But for bourbon, I was kind of mixed between Elijah Craig 12 and Buffalo Trace. Sadly, Buffalo Trace have become an allocated item in my area, so you barely find them anymore. So, which is kind of sad. It's a great mixer, well-balanced bourbon, does the trick. I will order this at the bar if I'm just like, that's my go-to bourbon. It's affordable, it's like 30 bucks. So you can find out Buffalo Trace. If not, Elijah Craig is a great one. So that's it. That's my bourbon pick. Next, you need a rye. Why not, right? You need some spice. This, I actually, I recommend first the in-house rye. It's heavily underrated. It's like 20 bucks. I actually remember my first time having this. I went to someone's home who I went to college with, and he had it. Never had it before. Never, He poured it to me neat, and I drank it neat. It was great. I love this in my hands. $20. Does a trick. It's better than most $50, $60, $80 bottles are like. I know most people will probably say Pacefield. But you know what? I do like Pacefield, but I think as a good starter, this is a great base. So, the in-house. Next, I'm gonna go to the cognac. So, I started drinking cognac first. And I haven't really drank cognac that much, but I think a great cognac to have, and just a little bit to spurge a little bit more, it's a Remy Martin 1738. I don't know, something about this, it's just the nose, it's a little more complex than a regular Remy Martin VSOP. It's a little bit more money, I think about double the price, but I think it's worth it. Goes in my area for about 50 bucks. And if someone say go to XO, XO is like a lot more expensive, and I mean it's great. I think for the price, that's a great bargain. Then you have your scotch, right? So scotch, you always gotta have a bottle of scotch, around the house. And most of the time, majority of the time, you cannot go wrong with Macallan 12. Again, I'm complaining a little bit about price here. This bottle is now about 80 bucks. But you know what, when people come over and they want a scotch, usually they all know what Macallan is and they like it. I think it's not even the brand, I think it's a great scotch. I drink this. You know, the 18 have been incredibly super expensive now. The 12 is getting expensive. I love sherry, unless someone doesn't like sherry. I'll say got a Glenfiddich 12. Probably about 55, 60, got more that pearish flavor to my opinion, but Macallan 12. So I added, you know, so I added a little sneak in there. I added 2 scotch, and I thought, you know, let's get a bottle with a little bang, a little spice. Someone that, you know, comes over and maybe a bit more, you know, into the years of, you know, drinking more, you know, I wouldn't say exotic, but more extreme, you know, flavor and profile. And I would put Lagavulin 16 on the list. Give it some peak, some sweetness, a great, you know, last drink of the night, cocktail, Lagavulin 16. The thing with this is, I noticed this bottle is kind of maybe low. I guess to see this is a great bottle that we drink often, is that if it's about a little bit halfway mark, they get oxidized fairly quickly. So that's the only bad thing about this bottle. Once you open it, you don't have much time to drink it. If it passes the halfway mark, you know, you should just finish it. I mean, it doesn't get oxidized that much, but it does lose some, it does taste different over time. Then we're gonna go to our rums, right? The rums, you know, this is, you know, I tried getting into rums. I have been, and you know, mostly for mixed drinks and cocktails. I think you just need rums for those part. You know, if anyone want to drink cocktails as rum drinks, I'm going with Bacardi. You know, the silver, the gold. Wine is available and it's super affordable. I think this is about $15. I think it's a 1 liter. You gotta pay 20. You know, you wanna fancy up a little bit, you know, maybe go plantation. I know most of it dudes love plantation 3 stores, and it's an overproof one that's great in cocktails, you know. Either or, you know, you're gonna mix it anyway. So I'll put it here. So you can do either or. Hopefully it's not cut off. And then, so that's really what 8 bottles. So we don't really count these two. And then I'm gonna add, you need something to make, you know, what would I start with? So I think you need to get this Moscato Maraschino cherries. This is amazing. Mostly for Manhattans, you want to spice up the drink a little bit. No, a lot of people buy those big cans and actually, you know, put it into smaller ones. I just been buying the small ones, and that's that. And then you gotta have your vermouth, right? I think this is called sweet vermouth, if I remember correctly. The Antarctica formula. It's a little bit expensive, not gonna lie. I think this bottle is like $16. I do fridge it. It does last a long time. I have it in my fridge for months now, and I really do it to make my hands off of it. Great. You can even drink it by yourself. So I think it's a good splurge. Get your vermouth. I did not add a dry vermouth in here, but I guess you can just pick up a dry vermouth. Then for bitters, I would think there's 2 bitters you have to get. Oh, yeah, 2 bitters. Your Anascara and Anascarito aromatic bitters, and then your Vegas orange bitters. I found, and I learned this a lot from others, mixologists and, you know, YouTubers, that you should do a 50-50 feed butters in this. This gives it a little bit more. This gives it the more orangey, more of that orange taste. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. And how would I have redo my bar if I were to start over again? I think if I came to your house and you have this, I think you could pretty much satisfy 80-90% of all the audience. So then you can have your beers and wines, but this you could do a lot. I think this is something for everyone, and you can't go wrong with either. So hope you enjoy. Hope this information was helpful, and see you next time. Thank you.